Well, friends, my name is Devashish. Today we will talk about dreams and more. One great writer, Paul Auster, said that you think that will not happen to you. Paul Auster is said that you think that is not happen to you in his book. And Paul Auster is saying that you think that will not happen to you, and that is the vast question of life. Everything, every good and every bad thing always happens to us. When I will go in the street, I see the beautiful lightings, the beautiful world and beautiful peoples. And after coming home, I see the dark side of the moon also. So two things are common in life. One is beautiful things and second is negative things. But in today's politics, we are watching only one thing. That is totally a negative dimension of politics. Qualitative politics is dying. And the qualitative society is also dying. That is a very tragic thing of India. Let's come to I have a immense respect about Indian judiciary. I have immense respect about Indian constitution. But if you look the recent verdict regarding Babri Masjid demolition of special CBI court, then some question arises. First question is the Liverhan Commission, which judiciary commission is inspecting the whole demolition process. What they say not the spontaneous outburst of people. The demolition of Babri Masjid is a grievous conspiracy, but the verdict is unfortunate. And from there, two narrative comes, and this narratives also comes from what I say, from some mind, from our literature also. So let's go to that narrative. One of the most famous writer, V.S. Naipaul, after the demolition of Babri Masjid, what V.S. Naipaul said that said that the reconstruction of history is going on. Yes, he is correct. The reconstruction of the demolition of Babri Masjid is a reconstruction of history, but a bad reconstruction of history. That reconstruction kills our democratic fabric of the constitution. That reconstruction kills the basic notion of Indian philosophy. Indian philosophy said we are all equal. There is no religion. There is only tolerance. There is only peace, and there is only beautiful fragrance of the life. So from here we have to start another thing. To understand the real India, to understand the real fragrance of our society. Once Swami Vivekananda said in Chicago that India is a beautiful house, he gave shelter to everyone. But that is not only India. You have to understand India from its literature. You have to understand India from her beautiful creations. You have to understand India from her, mystic philosophers. Well, recently I'm listening a music, a song of a mystic singer, Bande Maya Lagai Se. This Maya is not contradictory with the historical materialism or logic. This Maya enhances the power of logic. This Maya is not the Maya of Shankaracharya, which negated the world and which negated the life. This Maya is a beautiful thing. When you see the beautiful smile of a girl, I hope you enjoy that. This Maya is that kind of thing. So we have to understand the mystic nature of India. That is very beautiful. We are beautiful minds. The world is beautiful. So why we quarrel with religion? Let's come to Lalan Fakir, one of the greatest thinker of India, one of the greatest logical thinker of India, and he is a very great poet also. What Lalan said, খাঁচার ভেতর অচিন পাখি কেমনে আসে যায়, জানা থাকলে মনোবেরি পড়াতাম তার পায়ে. That is the real question of life. That is the real question of life. We cannot understand life fully. We cannot understand our dreams fully, we cannot understand everything fully, but still life is beautiful. From this beauty, Lalan is negating the religion. Lalan is negating the conflict of religion, not religion, conflict of the religion. What Lalan is saying, পইতে দেখে বামুন চিনি, বামনি চিনি কেমন করে. So that is the main thing. In India, the Brahmins have a sign. Upper caste have a sign, but women have no sign. So Lalan is going deeper. Lalan is going deeper, and he is saying us that discrimination is very, very, very much deepest thing in India, and this discrimination gave strength. Women are not Brahman, they are not Kshatriyas, they are only women. That is the power of India. But unfortunately, this power we cannot recognize it. We cannot recognize the power of Indian stories. These stories are very, very secular. Let's come to Ramakrishna Dev. No, I am not endorsing his religious philosophy. I am endorsing a story maker Ramakrishna Dev, a oral story maker Ramakrishna Dev, a oral story creator Ramakrishna Dev. What Ramakrishna said all through his life. One day in morning he became Christian. In that day, in afternoon he became Muslim, and in the evening he became Hindu. Then he asked, what is my religion? That is the main question of India. And today, the politics of hatred and politics of intolerance is creating a very bad space for India. India is not synonymous with only Hindutva. India is synonymous with the Indianness. This Indianness is a conglomeration of every religion, is a conglomeration of every thought process, is a conglomeration of every good literatures. So now in this India, we can find the story writer like Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay in Bengal. In his stories, what he is saying that, I will quote a story about an old aged person. A old aged woman, she is going to Kashi for religious benefit. The story's name is Drobomoyir Kashibash. When she went to Kashi, he became frustrated, as because he didn't know the religion that is preaching in Kashi. He knows the religion of his hamlet. He knows the religion of his village. He knows the religion of that cattle, and Dromoy loves very much the cattle. So she is suffocating in Kashi. After that, when Dromoy returned to his village, she understood that the beauty of life is not religion. The beauty of life is understanding, being and believing. And Dromoy not a communist. She is a average common lady. She didn't have any literacy also, but she understands that beauty. And in today's India, we have to encourage these beauties. We have to encourage these voices, what Dromoy said, that beautiful is nature, that beautiful is mind, that beautiful is all the things. So in here, I will say about a social movement of giving the pensions to mothers. That is also a beautiful nature. That is also a beautiful thing of today's Indian movements. A movement is now growing up to giving the pensions to the mothers, not the campaign of hatred, not the campaign of religious hatred. The main thing is you have to give the pensions to the mothers who are suffering by the poverty, who are suffering by the abject poverty. So you make cooperatives in your locality and give the pensions to mothers. You just spend only 10 rupees in a month in a pada or in a locality, there is numerous people who can spend only 10 rupees and give the pensions to mothers. That will change the nation. That will change the nation. That will bring a social change in the nation. And I also said about another movement, the movement of recognizing our history. The Shahid Bhagat Singh and Rajguru and his followers are now his followers all these martyrs are now recognizing by people. Some people are going to their houses and creating a social space for the new ideology. So here come the real strength of India, that is true secular, that can create a beautiful life for us. And this beautiful life is an universal value. What Paul Auster said, that this will happen to you. Yes, beautiful life always knocking on your door. I will tell a story about that beautiful life. The story about Ant and Jacob. Well, the name of the story is Bet. One day, Ant and Jacob is writing a young person in a party challenging the verdict of a capital punishment. In that party, a judge is present there. He said that you are saying capital punishment is bullshit. Then that boy is saying, yes, I am sure saying that that capital punishment is bullshit. Then judge took the advantage of his position and tell that you will stay captive for 20 long years. That boy or that young person agreed, yes, life is beautiful, so I will spend 20 years in prison or in a captive condition. Then a bet happened. If that young man spent 20 years in prison, in a lonely house, after completing 20 years, he will get a beautiful amount of money from that judge. So they agree. Time passes away. That boy confined, that young person confined in a room, reading and understanding the beauty of nature, understanding the beauty of philosophy, understanding the beauty of politics, understanding the beauty of literature and the life. When that D-Day has arrived, that judge now became very poor. His business and others have been ruined. So he make a decision to kill that young person. That young person's age is now near about 45. When he goes to this confinement, his age is 20 or 22. So that judge come with a revolver in midnight and see that young person is lying on the bed. A diary is there. After taking this diary, he astonished by the writings of that man. That judge find that young person is writing that. I understand the beauty of life by reading books in 20 years. I understand the beauty of tolerance by reading books in this 20 years. I understand the beauty of solitude in this 20 years. So I don't need money. For tomorrow morning, I will leave this house and I don't meet with that judge. I don't ask to give him the money which he promised once upon a time. Then a tear broke up, and that is the universal life. So we have to be universal now. We have to be international now. We have to understand the real issues of India, the real issues of the world, not the religious hate campaign. So today I stop here. I have an earnest request. If you like this channel, if you like this content, please subscribe, as because your support is very valuable for us, not only for my channel, not only for my channel. every new ideas in YouTube. I hope you will stand with them. So, Khuda Hafiz, Joy Guru, enjoy Guru, and good night.